Hey guys, welcome back to another daily dose of Arsenal. We got some transfer news today. A very interesting player, a player that I would really like Arsenal. We're just gonna get straight into it. Obviously, I made a video on it previously. Arsenal have been linked with signing Pedro Neto. However, obviously this is a deal that could prove to be really expensive, especially when you consider Wolves' potential asking price. There hasn't been a concrete offer of what Wolves might be asking for. However, if you look at some of the players they have sold, such as I think Gibson or something like 50 million, I think 45 million. If you compare to what Pedro Neto they might value Pedro Neto, it could be a very big stumbling block for Arsenal, because you know there are rumours that Wolves could be potentially asking for like 70 million to 80 million pounds, and which isn't far off, because when you see the market today, the players are going for crazy wages. But obviously that means that Arsenal do have to be on alert, especially if this deal does fall through. And it looks like Arsenal do have an alternative for Pedro Neto if the deal doesn't go through, which is Wilfred Zaha from Crystal Palace. We have been linked with Wilfred Zaha for so many years, dating back to when Unai Emery was at Arsenal. The guy is a big Arsenal fan. He wants to come to Arsenal. He's a big Arsenal fan. He's been supporting Arsenal since he was a kid. He loves Arsenal. He would love to play for Arsenal. I remember in an interview that he even was answered, what's your favourite club? And he said Arsenal. So, and I've also remember seeing clips of him being in a club, basically trying to get Arsenal to sign him. So he has been linked with Arsenal for the longest. But for some reason, we have just never moved for Zaha. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the club just felt that they didn't need a winger at the time, or maybe his value was too high. But I've never felt a more better time to sign Wilfred Zaha, especially when you look at the profile of wingers we have at this club and their age. You got Smith Rowe, you got Martinelli, you got Saka, who are all young, and Wilfred Zaha is now, when I'm 29 years old, so he's in his prime, so he can give you that experience, he can offer leadership to this club. I think Wilfred Zaha is an absolute baller. He's an absolute amazing player, and this season he's played 3 games and already scored 3 goals, and he scored 1 goal against Liverpool as well. The guy is immense. He is one of the best 1v1 when it comes to a 1v1 situation. He's the best. Honestly, I don't think in the Premier League you have a more better 1v1 player. He will take on full backs. He can get the goals. He can get the assist. He's a brilliant player. And I'm so confused why no other club have come in for him. He's on his last year of his contract, if I'm not mistaken. So a transfer, yeah, he's on his last year of his contract. He ends next year. So, you know, transfer market here is valuing him for 30 million. But I think Wilfred Zaha would be worth it. 34 million for Wilfred Zaha would be an absolute bargain when you consider his Premier League experience. He can get you goals, assists. He's been playing in the Premier League for so many years, and he's an absolute quality player. He would be the perfect winger for Arsenal. However, knowing Arsenal, things never work out the way it does. But yeah, obviously it's also been confirmed that Nicolas Pepe is close to joining Nice on a loan. I wish the best for Nicolas Pepe. I'm sad it didn't work out for him, but I think we have to move on. And I think if we do move on with Wilfred Zaha, I think it would be brilliant. Personally, for me, I'd rather get Zaha than Pedro Neto. That is how much I rate Wilfred Zaha. The guy is so good. He can predominantly play left wing and he can play centre forward. So for us getting Wilfred Zaha would just be absolutely amazing, especially when you consider he can play centre forward. So he can be that backup to Jesus if Jesus gets injured or anything. But this would be a brilliant signing. And obviously Patrick Vieira, he has obviously worked with Arsenal, so I feel like maybe Patrick Vieira might help Zaha push that deal through and actually come to Arsenal, because he understands the value of Arsenal. But yeah, hopefully this is a deal that we can see through. This is a type of wingers I think Arsenal need to get, some established, experienced wingers to really help the team. I think we have to move on from these young 20-year-old players. I think we have to now start getting those experienced players like the Zinchenko, like the Jesus, you saw, they elevate us. So that's why I think Wilfred Zaha would be a brilliant player. I'm trying to pull out his stats from last season. Let me just check. I really should have done this before. Yeah, so last season, 33 games, 14 goals, 1 assist, and that is playing for Crystal Palace. The guy is brilliant. However, you could think this could be another Grealish moment. Obviously, Grealish played brilliant at Aston Villa, goes to Man City, looks like a shadow of himself. Could Wilfred Zaha be that player? Could he be that player? Needs to be in a small team, a big fish in a small pond. Could that be Wilfred Zaha? Maybe that's one thing that clubs have been looking at. Maybe they're worrying that can Zaha adapt. Obviously, he played for Man United previously and he didn't work out. But we have to remember he was quite young. But maybe it could translate to now. Maybe he comes to Arsenal and maybe just doesn't work out. Obviously, there's a risk for that, but I think it's a risk worth taking with Zaha. I think that he brings so many benefits to the benefits he brings outweighs the cons. So I think this would be a brilliant signing. Do I think it's gonna happen? Probably no. I think if Arsenal were to sign Wilfred Zaha, we would have signed him a long time ago. But yeah, that's it. In terms of other transfer news, we got a few updates on Tielemans, but I'm going to wait on it a few more days to see if anything concrete comes. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next. Remember to hit that like button, turn on bell notification, and subscribe so you never miss another upload.